when you go to the bullpen, you want the other team thinking, oh, we got to face this guy? Here we go again, and it's not happening.
The 8th best starting rotation in Major League Baseball, the 24th best bullpen in the game. Let's see if they can rebuild and continue to grow. When you take a look at growing, Billy Buckner had an opportunity to leap into the starting rotation and grow. If it wasn't for rain on a stop in South Florida, he wouldn't even have gotten this start. He made the most of it. He goes against a Cy Young Award winner in Jake Peavy.
Yeah, he's going to have to be really good again today. He was just terrific in Oakland. 7 innings, only 1 run, gave up 1 solo home run, and that was it. He thoroughly dominated the Oakland A's, and they needed him. He gave the bullpen a rest. He's going to have to do the same thing here again tonight.
Not overpowering, as you will see a very good downward curveball. He will throw that in a couple of velocities, and we know Jake Peavy, he's a bulldog, and he will look forward to coming after you the entire ball game when he's out there. Glad to have you with us tonight, and let's hope that maybe once things go into the Diamondbacks' favor, that they can put it away, not get locked up again, and they don't have to have a great escape. How about a nice comfortable win? With Jake Peavy on the mound, don't hold your breath. Sports Arizona presents Diamondbacks Baseball, brought to you by APS, the official power partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks, and by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees.
Hey, we're just moments away from first pitch here at Chase Field on this Wednesday night. The Padres and the Diamondbacks. I'm Todd Walsh hanging out here again in our pre- and post-game location, the Diamond Club. One last look back to last night's Game 2 of this series, and lost in the drama of the final out in the 9th inning for the San Diego Padres. The first 2 outs of the 9th inning. The double play turned off the bat of Scott Hairston to Ryan Roberts, to Augie Ojeda, to Mark Reynolds, and the play of that double play was Augie Ojeda holding his ground at second base as David Eckstein came in hard trying to disrupt that double play. It was the talk of our post-game show last night, and it's our Geico quote of the game tonight.
That's where the double play got turned. It wasn't me. All I did was catch it and throw it. Anytime you're playing at second base and you can stay in there like that, whenever a guy's coming in hard and still turn double plays is great. You know, that's what we work on, and to see it actually done, it's kudos to him. What a great job right there by Augie.
Indeed it was. So what will happen here tonight? Well, the series is on the line. The Diamondbacks looking to win one. They haven't done it all that often this year. Tonight, well, it could be the night. Darren Sutton, Mark Graves, all the play-by-play in a matter of moments.
Arizona Diamondbacks. Billy Buckner just about ready to go, the 25-year-old right-hander. Buddy Black, his skipper, former pitching coach and big league pitcher. Let's take a look at the Southpaw starting lineup. Brought to you by Blimpie. For the Padres, it's Giles, who has had a nice series. It's David Eckstein, Scott Hairston, and Adrian Gonzalez. No more flu-like symptoms today. Kevin Kuzmanoff, Chase Headley. Chris Burke bats seventh. Henry Blanco is behind home plate because he always catches. Jake Peavy. Gracie, you talked about it a bit. It was 5 days ago. It was 7 1/3, 1 run allowed for Billy Buckner in a 2-1 tight ball game. Billy was the winner. Best start in the big leagues. He's had 6 of them. That was the best.
Yeah, 7 1/3. It was just beautiful to watch. He got ahead, used his curveball, and just stifled the Oakland A's. 5 days ago. He's going to have to be awfully good against a hot Padre club.
Right away, that hot Padre club goes to work. Giles, who has had a very hot series, he is 4 for 6 in the series. Now he's 4 for 7. He didn't waste any time.
Nothing better than 1 pitch, 1 out. Eric Burns had to travel a long way to his left. Oh, it tried to sneak out of that big old bushel basket. But he made a nice running grab. 1 pitch. 1 out.
David Eckstein. Eckstein 2 for 9 in the series. Chokes up on that bat as he gets ready to go to work. And he takes a strike.
Well, you love when a starting pitcher comes out pounding the strike zone, getting ahead.
And on the hands, Eckstein, who studied for a good 15 minutes the stuff of Billy Buckner. Now his homework pays off right away. A David Eckstein style base hit, no doubt about it. Let's take a look at the defense. For the Diamondbacks, it's Burns, it's Parra, it's Upton in the outfield. So great arms in center and right. Reynolds, Drew, Roberts, and then Tracy is at first. Montero is behind the plate. Eric Burns in left. And those are the 2 riflemen in center and in right field. With regard to second base, Roberts playing over there for A.J. Hinch, the skipper, telling us before the game today, Felipe Lopez can pinch hit. for the next 2 days, but will not play until Friday as a starter. And so Felipe, with that hamstring, they were hoping to get it better sooner. They haven't. And they need his bat. I don't care what they've been doing offensively. You can never turn away a bat like that.
Well, a bat, speed on the bases. He brings a lot to the table. A switch hitter. If you go to the pen, bring in a lefty, he'll just turn right around, and he's equally good from the right side as he is the left side. He's a great weapon. But that kid is filled in, well, better than good.
Over the top.
Fastball.
And that's the key, correct? I mean, when we talk about him, a little bit of John Garland in there with not a huge sinker, but a nice short sinker. And then he really believes in his curveball. He will vary velocity with the curveball. Early on, if you see a curveball, it's a get-me-over, as they call it. He'll try to bounce it harder for a strikeout. Overthrew that one. That's exactly what he wanted to do there, but he overthrew it.
Yeah, he was trying to throw that for a strike, obviously, but it just slipped and it just never got there.
Right-hander out of Decatur, Georgia, went to the University of South Carolina. Pitching in the Southeastern Conference, you better have some game.
I was going to say, if you're from Georgia, they don't take too kindly for you to leave the Bulldogs and go up to the Gamecocks, do they?
No. It happens, though, in the SEC. With some great facilities in that conference. You want to talk about some great ballparks? Got away with another hanging breaking ball. 2-2 the count. Will do it again. I don't want to do that anymore. South Carolina had their run of rebuilding their program to prominence, and Buckner was right in the middle of it. Trips to the World Series. Ray Tanner, the head coach there. Good pitch there. Buries it in. But I will give him this, Gracie, and I know success breeds this. But since he has returned, he has handled himself on and off the field, and more specifically on, like he belongs here. He has not been at all intimidated, and he showed signs of that a little bit out of the bullpen earlier this year.
No, he was a guy that wanted to be in the starting rotation and was not happy when he wasn't. A good change up there to finish off Scott Hairston. That's the first change up of the night we've seen, Darren, and that was a dandy. And if you're not happy pitching out of the bullpen, when you get your opportunity, take full advantage. And so far, well, he did against Oakland. He's getting another chance here tonight. What a beautiful changeup.
And you saw the key on that replay, fastball motion. That's exactly what Scott Hairston saw. He thought he really loved that fastball at the belt, and then it was gone. Better pitch carefully to this man. Nearly changed the ball game last night. He missed by, what did they say, the kids? A smidge, just a bit.
Well, this is a guy, for my money, Darren Sutton, I don't mess with him. I take my chances with Kevin Kuzminoff on deck. All due respect to Kevin Kuzminoff, but he's just not near the threat that this guy is. Beautiful change up there. Now, does he make outs? Of course he does. But he's hit 17 home runs, and he plays in the largest ballpark ever built. He's just so dangerous.
Fastball, why not? Up and in. 2-1 the count to Adrian Gonzalez. 1 for 5 in this series. The one, a home run. 17 homers, tied for first in Major League Baseball. There it goes.
That's why you don't pitch to him, Darren.
A souvenir in left field. Wow. 2-0. Such a beautiful approach, not even interested in pulling the baseball.
Billy Buckner learned a hard lesson right there. When you got a .230 hitter on deck and you got the #1 slugger in baseball up, you don't pitch to him. And if you do, it's going to cost you dearly.
Home run number 18. as that one is fouled off into the seats.
Put him in the stretch. Come on.
Well, that's how the Padres like to do their business. It was a great shot right there, and I won't sell David too much, but Gonzalez, you could sense, had noticed something in the motion, something, where he was tipping off his mates.
You heard the dugout microphone, get him in the stretch. Maybe they've got something on Billy Buckner when he's in the stretch.
And he went to show it to David, and David basically clearly let him know, the camera's on you right now. Hold on a second. I love that.
Well, that's a vet.
0-2 the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, let's see how that confidence that was exuding and surrounding Buckner, let's see how it shows itself now. Let's make sure it's still there. Well, that's a good pitch.
That's why you take your chances with Kuzminov instead of Gonzalez.
Absolutely. Trying to figure something out. They think they did. And certainly a tall mountain to climb for the skipper and his club. Let's take a look at the lineup tonight with a couple of Venezuelans right at the top of it for A.J. Hinch. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines, Para, Montero, then it's Justin Upton. Stephen Drew, Mark Reynolds, Chad Tracy, Ryan Roberts down at the bottom. You can see what a roll he has been on, 500 over his last 11 games, and then Billy Buckner.
Well, spotting Jake Peavy, a 2-run lead is never really the way you draw it up, but in order to beat him, you have to score. So let's see if you can maybe catch Jake on a rare off night.
Already you can hear him grunt as he fires that one in.
Max effort guy, number 44, Jake Peavy. One of the best in the business, has been for years.
90 wins and 67 losses in his major league career. 4-5 this year, 3.48 ERA. Coming right at you. No balls and 2 strikes to count. They throw you a fastball, a slider, a cutter, curveball, and a changeup. But about 60% of the time, it's just good old-fashioned hardball fastballs. Off speed there, fly ball center field. Just had him dip those hands down underneath it. And Para is erased. Defensively, the Padres stack up behind Peavy with Headley, Hairston, and Giles. Kuzminov, Burke, Eckstein, and Gonzalez, and Henry Blanco. Always works with Jake Peavy. Not only can he hit, he can play a little bit of first base as well.
And he's just a great all-around player. He plays in obscurity in San Diego.
Took a fastball at 91, rolls it on the ground. And in time for the out, our Arrowhead, Brown and Brown, and Superstition Spring Chevy dealers. Key to the game. It's something that's uttered around here quite a bit.
Anybody but.
Why don't you explain it to our new viewers?
Well, you're probably talking about a game a couple of years ago where Jake Peavy came in here and struck out 16 Diamondbacks in 7 innings. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I remember we said they bring in Trevor Hoffman to close out the game with a 1-run lead. The best ever, Trevor Hoffman. And everybody, I said, everybody in that Diamondback dugout right now saying, all due respect to Trevor Hoffman, anybody but Jake Peavy right now. And the Diamondbacks went on to win the game on a walk-off home run by Stephen Drew.
In order for that to play out, though, and to have it work, Billy Buckner's got to do his job on the other side. Great memory, though, and let's hope there's a fabulous finish again tonight. The Diamondbacks were spoiled with regard to a 7-1 lead that disappeared game 1 of this series. Nearly had sour milk last night, but held on. Justin Upton hits it hard on the ground. Unbelievable. A lot of talk about this man lately, and it's deserved. In his last 32 games, he has 45 hits, Justin Upton.
Read the disgust, read the lips of Jake Peavy. That's terrible. He's very upset with himself because he didn't catch that ball. Telling himself that's terrible. You can see, I love watching Jake Peavy. Watch him say that's terrible. He's not talking to any of his teammates. He's talking to himself.
Well, it's become.
Go ahead. I would have loved to have played behind him.
No, and I can understand. That's what I was going to play off. It's become a joy to, whether you cover him as the home broadcaster or the opposing broadcaster. You want to beat him. But watching a guy with his determination and his attitude, I understand why you'd say that.
Just a guy that he's so accountable. Never blames anybody else for anything. He gave up the hit. He's ticked off at himself. He's not mad at the catcher for putting down the wrong fingers or anybody. It's all about, it was my mistake.
Stephen Drew out to Chris Burke, who sets himself. Throw is high, but back onto the bag comes Adrian Gonzalez. Hang with them, Jake. How many ground balls hit by Justin Upton are caught lately? Outside the box, Mark Grace, Adrian Gonzalez showing his mates he had found something. David Eckstein saying, not with the cameras on.
There's a camera right there, Adrian. You're young, you're good. And whatever you saw, it led to a 2-run homer. But don't do it on camera. And he did, and Adrian didn't realize there was something. There was a camera there. That's just a veteran. Say, tell Brian Giles down in the tunnel, away from the camera. No secrets anymore in this game, Darren.
It's tough. And there is a gamesmanship. Here you go.
Brian Giles, see, he's doing something with his glove here when he throws his fastball or something to that effect. And immediately, the littlest guy in baseball,
but one of the
maybe
smartest.
one of the smartest.
Yes,
exactly.
we both thought the same thing.
Not right now, boys.
Good change of pace. 2-2 the count.
So if Adrian Gonzalez has got something on Billy Buckner that he's tipping his pitches, trust me, the whole team knows. But maybe it's out of the stretch.
Yeah, there was the bark a bit that we could hear with the microphone. Get him in the stretch. Now, that's just a baseball saying, as you said. You know, that means get some base runners on.
Well, there's the third strikeout of the game for Buckner.
Don't want any big secrets from you, Mark Grace, because I know that what goes on down there is private. But how much gamesmanship is there with regard to trying to figure out if he shows anything, tips his pitches with his glove? Does he turn it a certain way? Is that communicated all the time?
There is probably at least two people standing in that Padre dugout right now just studying Billy Buckner, trying to see if there's maybe he brings his glove up a certain way on a fastball and maybe not as high on a breaking ball, or he'll fan his hand maybe out, flare his hand to go grab a changeup, something like that. There's always people looking.
Into left field and a dive, snow cone, as only Eric Burns can play it.
Chris Burke hit off. Bullet out there. Eric Burns shoots up, then the dive. Doggone it.
Here's Henry Blanco. You see, to a lot of us, Mark Grace, who didn't get to play at that level, a lot of us wanted to. That game within the game is as intriguing as the game sometimes.
You're looking for any advantage you can get. And if a guy's tipping his pitches, well, that's his fault. Big Chuck Merriweather.
He hopped
called
out.
it a foul ball. It looked like it was fair, but Big Chuck said, That might have been a situation. Had Miguel Montero maybe waited for the next bounce, it may have gotten to fair territory.
Well, there certainly is no hurry.
Let's take a look. Okay, it's just tapped right in front of the box. Now, if Miguel lets this bounce one more time, it might get out to foul territory. That's a good call by Chuck Merriweather. But it's tough to talk yourself into letting that ball do that. You just want to jump on it right away and get the out.
Bouncing ball. And they say we're watching everything with our cameras. All those guys on the top step, they're watching you, Billy Buckner. Power Chevy dealers in the Valley, Arrowhead, Brown and Brown, and Superstition Springs. And by Triple Hops Brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Mark Reynolds, Chad Tracy back in the desert getting things going. Jake Peavy with a breaking ball, drops it in there. It's low. A pretty good pitch, though.
It was? I guess.
Like a strike. That was the slider. He'll occasionally fire a slower curveball as the fastball is waved upon. 1-1 the count. 13 homers, 27 batted in. 5 homers in his last 10 games. See some of the numbers for Peavy with regard to here at Chase and against the Diamondbacks. Reynolds 2 for 11 in his career against Jake. One out as he takes a fastball over the outside corner.
He had to have been looking off speed because it's just a fastball right to the outside corner. God, what a pretty pitch. What a pretty pitch.
All right, Chad Tracy. Got to get him going. 189, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. In April, hit 270. In the month of May, 4 for 48. Bouncing ball, change up there, threw it right up at the belt, but had him way out front. 1 ball and 1 strike to count.
He's got all the pitches, the fastball, the curveball, the slider, the changeup. Mostly fastballs, but he's got all the good secondary pitches to keep you off balance. If you show him you can handle his fastball, he's got plenty of off-speed stuff for you.
That fastball dives in. Peavy, 27 years old, out of Mobile, Alabama. Jacob Edward Peavy won the Cy Young in 2007, finishing just ahead of the Diamondbacks' Brandon Webb, as that one is away. 10 or more wins in his first 6 seasons in the big leagues. That guy now throwing at about 110, 120 feet. Got to get him on a mound soon, and then you're talking about 3 weeks or so until you can get him back, and he's getting close to being able to start working off the mound. No matter where you are in the standings, and right now it's not favorable for Arizona, you want all your guns a-blazing when you play. Look forward to the man on the left working competitively with the man next to him. 3-2 the count. Meantime, Peavy's out there. That one to left field. And Headley just shy of the track is there to make the play for the out. Hey, don't forget, post-game fireworks this Friday, courtesy of Gila River Casinos. Cheer on the Diamondbacks as they take on the Braves, and stick around for the free fireworks show after the game. For tickets, call 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com. Fireworks.
Yeah. Love it.
And the Braves. 0-1 the count to Eric Burns.
You always get a big crowd on fireworks night. People still love fireworks.
Who doesn't love fireworks?
I would imagine, Darren, and our careers of being fortunate enough to hang around Major League Baseball as long, we've probably seen over 100 fireworks shows, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
I still like them.
Yeah, I would agree. Sit and watch the fireworks. And right there from the booth. Enjoy them on a Friday. Yep, we still like them.
I have to take you back, if you don't mind, to the year of our Lord 2001, and maybe the most significant win leading up to the biggest win in Arizona Diamondbacks history. Swing and a miss. Game 6 of the World Series. Andy Pettitte allegedly tipping pitches. As the story goes, and we've done several stories about this, Darren, over the years, and I'm not sure if I'm correct on this because I never really believe if anyone's telling me the truth, but that Andy was tipping pitches in the stretch, the breaking ball.
Is this for the record?
We're just chatting amongst ourselves.
We didn't have anything on him.
So anyways. Oh, man.
No, we had no idea he was
Nothing.
tipping everything out of the stretch.
Yeah.
We had no idea.
So, Darren, I don't know. Whenever I hear that, I go back. I'm an old school guy.
I love that.
I'll just go back to that. It seems like everything starts for me in 01, but.
Well, I can see why. It's always an education that I enjoy having. I'm serious.
That's really not the reason we won that game 16-2. It had nothing to do with Andy Pettitte tipping his pitches. Nothing. Had nothing to do with that ball getting ripped into left field after Billy Buckner thought he had strike 3 2 pitches prior. Looks like Jake Peavy's limping a little bit. That's because he's limping quite a bit. Well, that's a nice swing there.
Just
a little hitch in his giddy up there.
That's exactly all it was.
Remember Orlando Hudson? He always had a little bit of a hitch in his giddy up when he'd walk or when he'd jog.
I think it's a southern thing. Alabama, South Carolina.
Nobody limps out here, huh?
You get out in the farms, out in the back pastures, some uneven ground. You just get used to it.
Well, you're limping because you're dodging ticks.
1-1 the count. There's a farm boy. Now that's a Midwestern farm boy. Streeter, Illinois.
Just outside of Peoria, central Illinois.
Peavy with a single hitting in the National League. Now, if he were to be in the American League, like maybe say with the Chicago White Sox, there'd be a DH. He likes the National League.
And boy, right now, Chuck Merriweather is squeezing Billy Buckner. He's throwing a lot of good pitches, not getting any calls.
That one was away.
And you can see Montero got to go down and settle down his pitcher. Like, where the heck do I have to throw?
Second baseman David Eckstein.
And it's like a quad, maybe something. He walked to second base on that walk.
That.
He didn't jog. So you obviously hope Jake's okay. If you're a Diamondback hitter, you're thinking, maybe he needs a night off and come back in 5.
David thinking that one was up now, and he takes that one. We'll watch even more closely the strike zone for Buckner.
Yeah, well, Buckner threw a curveball to Peavy that Montero came up out of the crouch to throw it down to third base and didn't get the call. 2 pitches later, he got a base hit. And then he ended up threw a couple of really close pitches. Could have been called strikes to Giles. He ended up walking. Carr.
Well, they reset the bunt play, and so always have to come over and tell the pitcher. Skip, I think pitchers can learn the signs down there. And that one is rocketed out front, though, and foul. 0-2 the count to David Eckstein. Singleton scored back in the first inning on Adrian Gonzalez's home run. Get one on the ground here.
How about a strike?
Wow, that is a rare occurrence for Eckstein. Once about every 14 at bats this year, but a big strikeout there.
Well, you know you got a good curveball if you can get David Eckstein.
Center fielder.
So obviously, whatever Adrian Gonzalez may have had out of the stretch on Billy Buckner, he didn't tell David Eckstein.
He didn't get to him. Too busy spying on him. David was keeping an eye on him. Had many other chances to talk, obviously, after that. It was interesting. David was talking about Buckner, and I watched him watch a video for about 10 minutes in that locker room before the game. And as he approached, someone just got crossed up there.
That would have probably been a strike there, but because of the cross up, Chuck Merriweather didn't get a very good look at it, so ball one. I mean, don't you think this is probably a strike?
Yes.
But because of the way it was handled by the pitcher and the catcher, you really can't blame Chuck Merriweather for saying ball.
Well, that was a great replay, the way Chuck was looking at him as well. A hanging breaking ball, and it's lifted and deep. But foul.
Hung it just enough inside, didn't he?
Anyway, to quickly finish the thought, Eckstein to a T after watching video of Buckner gave his scouting report as if I had never seen him before. David explained it greatly. And the one thing he said is when he gets ahead of you in the count, he'll bounce that breaking ball harder. Well, exactly what David said he would do, he did to him, and he still executed. Which goes to, you might know everything about a pitcher, but if he executes his pitches, he's got a shot to beat you still. 2-1 the count. That former big league catcher knows that. They know when they execute. Max Scherzer did last night.
Good sinker there to even the count at 2-2.
The Atlanta Braves come to town tomorrow, and Buckner, as you can see, those socks the way he wears them. A lot of pitchers don't show that much red and have the pants real high. A huge Braves fan growing up in Georgia, and said I started wearing my socks that way when Chipper Jones did. That out front. And into the seats it goes. He said, and I quote, "My favorite player was always Chipper Jones. In fact, the only reason I wear my pants up now. Chipper wore his up, and I've worn mine up ever since." He doesn't have to face Chipper Jones, though.
No.
In this series. It's I think, more fun to look like him with your pants than to have to face him.
Chipper Jones is such a almost iconic following in the South. Because if you're around that region, you are a Braves fan.
Late on a hop. There's one. Roberts with the turn. That is a double play. Broken bat. against Jake Peavy. As we move along to the bottom of the third inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for San Diego. No runs on 1 hit and no errors for the Diamondbacks. And Roberts takes a strike, 0-1 the count. Boy, that's a month. And that's a guy that doesn't get consistent at bats. And when you are a role player, as he's in the hole 0-2, to go at any kind of a clip like that as a part-time player is very tough to do.
It's just tough to get in any rhythm or consistent rhythm when you play once a week or less. And he's earned the spot tonight.
Burke pops back up, and he got him. What a play by Chris Burke.
And what a play by Adrian Gonzalez on the other end. I didn't think Burke was going to get enough on the throw to get Ryan Roberts, but he did. Great play. The dive to the left. A little slow getting up. And then on the hop. Good call over there by Laz Diaz. So robbed by Chris Burke is Ryan Roberts. You know, Chris Burke said, you know, I used to have your job with the Diamondbacks, so you took my job, so you're out.
Peavy hung a breaking ball and nearly had it cost him as he paints a couple of times over the outside to Buckner. Roberts was ready for the last one as it stayed up, but has a base hit taken away. This one off the plate. Peavy, his counterpart, shoots it on over. And in time for the out. We were talking about it earlier, Gracie, that Jake Peavy is a National League guy, and he made it evident by vetoing that trade to the Chicago White Sox recently. Folks, what do you think? 7-4-4-9-9. Do you agree or disagree? It certainly is his right contractually to make his decision. What are your thoughts?
Well, as you said, it's his right contractually. And right now, the Padres are better than the White Sox. So if you'd have told me 2 weeks ago, which is about when it happened, yeah, I thought he was crazy. But these guys are starting to play good baseball. His home and the only organization he's known is the San Diego Padres. And he likes the National League. So he's earned that right.
Case not closed, though, with regard to the possibility of moving Peavy. Stay tuned. I mean, he is a hot, hot topic. And if it has to be a National League team, the National League teams stand up and take notice that may have a need for Jake Peavy. What's the price, though? They'll want to know. And it'll be high, and it has to include pitching. As Parr goes over that one. A moment ago, I loved Bud Black's ace. I loved his reaction to a ball bouncing in the dirt, and Parr saying, hey, can we get a new ball? And Peavy threw it in on about 3 hops.
You like that, dude?
That's a great chance. There's a lot to like about Jake Peavy. A little edge to him, too, Mark Graves.
Man, a lot of edge.
Not just determination. There's an edge.
But a competitive edge. Not a boorish edge.
No.
Or a bullyish edge. Just a competitive edge. He has expectations of himself that few others have. Goodness gracious. That could have been strike 3 right there. Jake let that one go, too.
Each and every day in doing this job, I try to make sure I spend time in the visiting locker room. Naturally, I'm able to spend time in the Diamondbacks locker room, but get to the other side every day. That one is lined to center field, and a nice play there. I never miss getting into the Padres locker room on the day Jake Peavy pitches. He's got that edge the whole time. The Diamondbacks skipper A.J. Hinch will join us in a moment. Diamondbacks and the Padres, and of course San Diego leading it by a score of 2-0 a moment ago, and an opportunity to talk with skipper A.J. Hinch for the first time in game. We appreciated first subject matter attacking the man who's leading off this inning, Adrian Gonzalez, earlier in the game.
He did. You know, Gonzalez is a tough guy to go after in any count, and you know, trying to go a fastball away there, he can leave the ballpark at any time, at any point of the ballpark. So it's twice we've seen him go oppo and hurt us, and obviously going to have to stay away from him in crucial situations.
Obviously, there's no real way to attack a great one like Jake Peavy, but I know you went over him with your hitters. What exactly are you trying to do with the great Jake Peavy tonight?
Well, we need to get some base runners on there and try to put some pressure on him. You know, he doesn't pay a ton of attention to the base running. He's not used to having a lot of base runners on base all the time. So hopefully we can get some runners on. Justin's been on. We've hit a few balls hard, and you know, hopefully get some of those to go through, get some base runners, put some pressure on them, and hopefully and scratch them across.
Thanks, Skip.
Go get them, Skip.
All right, we'll see you later.
Good stuff.
Just a moment ago, and then he went back to work. I love the thing that he was talking about once you get on, you have to go against Jake Peavy.
Absolutely. He's not going to give up 3 hits in an inning. He's only given 1 hit in 3 innings.
2-1 the count, Adrian Gonzalez, and as he talked about there, you really don't ever want to attack him, but he certainly addressed it in future situations where he has a chance to drive in runs. We just won't be attacking him at all.
That's what we said in the first at bat. This is just a guy, he is so head and shoulders of a bigger threat than anybody else in his lineup. Other than Scott Hairston. Scott Hairston's had a terrific year as well, but this is just a guy. If you can get him to chase something out of the zone, great, but I'm not gonna give in to him and let him hit a home run.
And right now he is seeing soft, softer, and softest. Change-ups and a steady diet of them. A shift certainly has Reynolds essentially playing short. And that has turned into an out. Our Aflac trivia question. I'm told, Gracie, you're really going to like this one.
Third baseman Kevin Guzman.
Who was playing left field when Hank Aaron hit home run number 715? Who was playing left field?
It was somebody that tried to climb the fence to go get it.
I'm going to guess.
That's my answer.
Well, that's correct.
Thank you. 1 out here, top of the 4th inning.
I love when you get back into play-by-play mode. That's one of my favorite things to do. I'm just coming clean here, folks. We're all family. That's one of my favorite things he does.
I thought I got it right.
You did.
Yeah. I'm going to guess. Goodness gracious.
I did not know this, but the structure of the question and looking out, we always look in both dugouts, look on both rosters, look on the field.
Oh, I got it. Matt Manti.
Turns out that's incorrect.
Oh, got it.
But I do have it. And
you know it?
No looking anything up. I'd tell you if I did.
I know Tom House caught the ball.
Yes, he did in the bullpen.
Ants never sleep.
1-2 the count. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Padres. No runs on 1 hit and no errors for the Diamondbacks. In there with a fastball. 2-2.
Man. I want to, that was kind of the Dusty Baker time. What was it, 72, 74?
I believe it was 74.
I think Dusty came after that. Dusty might have been with the Atlanta Braves at about that time.
He was on deck.
Yeah. So, well, I got to guess. I know Davey Lopes was playing second base, and he's a coach for the Padres.
On the ground, Roberts with a dive. And throws it away. Miguel Montero right behind, backing it up. You always have some place to be, youngsters. Always. Don't ever take a play off, and thank goodness, Ryan Roberts said, Miguel Montero didn't. What a great lesson to learn there.
What a great play. And then he rushed the throw, threw it over the top, and look at Miguel Montero doing right what he's taught to do. And Kevin Kuzminoff got caught getting a little greedy there, wanting to go to second base. So a break for the Diamondbacks. You know what stinks is that great effort right there, and Ryan Roberts going to get an error.
He does.
And it's deserved. But Miguel Montero picked up his fallen teammate. How do you score that at home, Darren?
Well, they have posted an error, or did they give him a single?
No, it's an error. It's got to be an error because a good throw, he's out. Don't you think?
That's what I think, but right now it says singled, out, advancing 2-3, but yet there's an error on the scoreboard. All right.
Anyway.
Now they've taken the error off the scoreboard. That's a single.
Wow.
Well, nearly got him. How you doing on that trivia question, by the way?
Well, I'm going to guess Rick Monday. That's my guess, Rick Monday.
Okay.
Wow. That's a little overzealous. Good change up. Billy Butner settling in.
Always have some place to be. And never take a single play off. Miguel Montero, who did some cleaning up just a few moments ago to lead things off. Rounded out just short. Back in the first inning. He's got a homer in his career against Jake Peavy in 18 at-bats. 5 for 18 with a long ball. Last 13 games, Miguel with just 3 hits, hitting about 100 during that time.
Chris Snyder's going to have the night off. He's been playing very well. Montero took a big rip at a high fastball.
Trying to knock one out of here. You see what Chris has done power-wise, too, in those last 7 games. 4 home runs.
I like the 9 RBIs. Big fan of Chris Snyder's our own Kurt Zacher.
He's none too pleased.
Our fine statistician. There's Kurt. There's his noggin. That's Kurt's noggin.
Very upset. He's got his guys.
Isn't that normal? The guy you only saw his eyes and head.
Oh, in Home Improvement?
Let's see if he went. I believe he did.
Want to remind you, by the way, if a Diamondback homers this inning during the Gila River Casino's hit and win promotion, if you hit that sign here in the fourth, a lucky fan watching will win $270,000. The jackpot grows by $10,000 every time the prize goes unclaimed. Hop online, dbacks.com/hit and win. Greg Feldner. Greg, you're playing for $270,000.
Well, a guy that can do it right here, Justin.
You bet.
This ball in San Diego would have maybe hit that spot right there in left center field. That proved to be the game winner, Darren Sutton.
That one sails away. He singled against him back in the first inning. Peavy thinking that maybe, just maybe, he should have gloved that ground ball, and loved the expectations, but Justin right now, even his ground balls are rocketing through the infield.
Peavy showing him a little respect. Hadn't had many 3-ball counts, certainly the first 3-0 count.
Justin 2 for 4 against him with that home run.
Well, he got 3-0 green light. Came up empty.
An on-base percentage of .400 for Upton. As that one is lifted into the seats, 3-2 the count. On base of .403, slugging .619. And since he really got rolling at the end of April, he is amongst the best in baseball. Boy, lines that one back to the screen.
Well, I love it when Justin Upton and Jake Peavy just go mano-y-mano. There's been 6 pitches in this at-bat, Darren. They've all been fastballs. That's Jake Peavy. That's the kind of competitor he is.
Justin, since April 24th, hitting .373. Third best in the National League during that time. No one has more extra base hits in that time frame. Drop down sidearm on him, and it's a topper, maybe a hit. It is. On 3-2, looked to throw him a sidearm, side wheel breaking ball, and Upton couldn't do much with it, but fly once he hit it.
The swinging bunt, Kuzminov having to play deep. And boy, once he smells that base hit, there's nothing Kuzminov could do but just stick it in his pocket. There's a couple of young, talented rascals right there in your picture. Gonzalez and Upton. Let's see if A.J. Hinch has got the steal sign on.
Just moments ago, he was talking with us from in the dugout, speaking of taking advantage, if you can, of Jake Peavy. In Peavy's career, 115 stolen bases against, 26 thrown out. On the mound, Jake Peavy just 18%. With regard to catchers gunning down base runners, and here goes Upton. The throw by Blanco, stolen base. The skipper right on the money, and telling us they were going to get going. Number 5 for Upton.
That's what you have to do, and the great thing about that is now the double play is no longer in order. Blanco did about all he could, but Justin just outran the throw. Now he'll score on any base hit. Pretty good pitch there, didn't get the call.
Couldn't finish the slider. National League team stolen base leaders. You can see the Firestone leaderboard. The Diamondbacks second in the National League. Wow, what do you do with that 3-0 pitch? Even if you're going to wave at it. My goodness. 92 on the black. Trying to drive this run in here on 3-1.
Oh boy, he got a good pitch to hit there. A cutter right in the middle of the plate. Took a rip at it and came up empty. That was the pitch that Stephen Drew could have tied the ball game up with. He wants it away. Look where this pitch goes. Oh my goodness. You don't get many like that from Jake Peavy.
(3-2). Breaking ball, did he? No, he did not.
Wow. That was pretty close.
I look forward to seeing that one again. May have been a break for Arizona.
I think you might be right. That bat gets out there an awfully long ways. Yeah, I think Steven got a break.
I would agree. It's interesting with Peavy, though. You're talking about his competitive nature and the battle that he loves to be involved in. He's not going to spend too much time disagreeing with that call.
Yeah, he's got pitching to do. Nolan Ryan had a little saying when he's now as the president of the Texas Rangers. He tells his staff, shut up and pitch. Don't make any excuses. Just get out there and pitch.
Now, if that doesn't sum up Jake Peavy, I don't know what does. This is marked last night. Our Chaz Roberts cool play. Not just barely over that right field wall, over the walkway and about 10 rows deep. Shut up and pitch. Boy, do I like that.
You know, just don't make any excuses when things don't go well. Just shut up and pitch. And as you said, that's Jake Peavy.
I was saying it a moment ago, Gracie, that one of my favorite times to be in an opposing locker room when learning about the other team is on the day Jake Peavy starts. A lot of guys are a little bit more meek. They sit quietly, and that's great. They put their music in their ears. Not Jake Peavy. You know he's pitching. You hear him in the locker room the entire time. He takes that room over.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my goodness. Burns and fires. He got Justin Upton out front. Wow. Lowered the arm angle a little bit on that fastball and just bullied it in.
Ran it right in on the knuckles. Watch this pitch. He wants it away. Watch where it runs. Right in on the knuckles of Mark Reynolds. Oh, my goodness. And then, good play over to get the runner at third.
Justin Upton a moment ago. Hopefully he is all right. Our Aflac trivia question.
It wasn't Rick Monday, huh?
Nope. Billy Buckner.
Aflac.
No, he's...
No, Bill Buckner. No relation.
Okay. I got you. That's a good question. Very good question.
You approve?
Yeah. I'd forgotten about all those terrific years Buckner had with the Dodgers and Cubs.
All right, Dave Edwards, you just stay away from Justin Upton. Not allowed to go near him. 0-1 the count. 2-0 the score. Peavy had himself in a mess. He's about to work out of it. Let's see if the D-backs can spoil that. Rocket shot misses away. 1-1 the count, but no, Gracie, you know he's pitching. He's boisterous, he's verbal, he's engaging his teammates, he's got a swagger about him. You can tell, I've been waiting 4 days for this, now I'm here.
I'm ready. I get to play tonight.
It's so much fun to be in there when he walks around that locker room. And there's no wrong way to get ready to pitch. But he is, in a way, kind of a misplaced position player. Position players get to play every day. They get to battle every day. You got to battle every day. It kills him that he can only do it every 5 days. But Black would love to have 5 Jake Peavy's.
You'd win a lot of World Series.
1-2 the count.
Oh, he just abused Chad Tracy there.
Gets how far away? Not far enough. Hit a couple of runners on. In a little bit of a jam. He got right out of it. Justin looks fine.
Mark Race, interesting news earlier today. Diamondbacks manager A.J. Hinch telling us that pitcher Scott Schoenweis was actually at the ballpark with his teammates for the first time since he had to leave Florida. The tragic passing of his wife, Gabrielle. Obviously, the services for her were on Monday. Apparently, he came in and said, I need to play catch. So he played catch, lifted weights. But A.J. Hinch emphatic in saying, we will do anything for him. We'll support him. I'll talk to him every single day, but we are in no rush to get him a definitive plan on coming back. He has bigger issues to deal with. He will not address the media, we understand, until he's actually activated. But again, that's just not even part of the story for what he's dealing with right now. But interesting to note that he was back with his teammates and doing, well, what he does for a living, playing baseball.
Thank you, Todd.
That's great news, Todd.
You could see Scott interacting with his teammates as Chris Burke drives out into left field. Eric Burns is there, makes a fine play in the gap. Burke's got to be thinking, what do I have to do? Hit a liner that Burns took away back in the second inning. Now this one into the gap.
Catcher Henry Blanco.
Nice play there. He had to go a long way for that ball. Chris Burke put a charge into that.
But just to finish Todd's thought, Scott working his way through the locker room before the game today after playing catch and working out, and certainly within the sights and in the hearts and minds of all of us who cover the club, respectfully everyone keeping their distance from Scott, but you could just tell just a few moments of interaction with his teammates.
He needs people right now.
Such a bad thing. Yeah.
He needs his teammates.
Thank you for that, Todd. 2-1 the count. None of whom understand it. None of whom really know what to say. But just
There's
be
nothing
there.
you can't say.
Just be your teammate.
There. Exactly.
2-1 the count. Henry Blanco. at Henry going to all you can eat. I want to visit up there.
Tell you what, I wouldn't mind going there myself.
I think we need to go back.
I agree. That was fun.
2-2. That pitch runs in. It's a place to be. I'm looking forward to spending Saturday out there, Gracie. Down off the end of the bat. Saturday's game, don't forget if you're scheduling, is a day game. First, we want to bring you our high-speed pitch, brought to you by Quest High-Speed Internet. Good friends and partners, Peavy and Buckner, not too far away from one another with velocity. Here is Jake Peavy. But Saturday's game is on Fox, and you'll be, as the Braves are here, or the color analyst for that game, with Kenny Albert. I'll be in the all-you-can-eat section.
Will you?
Oh, you bet.
Nice. So you're going to come to the ball game?
You bet.
Well, you usually
all of us coming in.
Sit right down there in the owner's box with your peeps.
That's actually true. As Peavy pounds that one off his foot.
Yeah, you're down there in the owner's box, along with Ken Kendrick and Derek Hall. And the rest of our bosses.
But here's the thing: it's not all you can eat.
Well, I know you. You'll have them pay for your hot dog. Something like that. Maybe a frosty beverage.
It's not all you can eat. And I want to be where it's all you can. I mean, we've been up there.
That's fun.
It's a great spot. So the whole crew, all you can eat seats. Come see us. Bouncing ball. Peavy really hobbling up the line again. Remember, too, he fouled that one off his foot. Right arm of Jake Peavy. Billy Buckner has settled down. Meantime, we take a trip up top. Our APS rooftop solar cam, who reminds you, install solar panels on top of your home. Take it green if you are able this summer. No better time than when the sun never seems to set over the great state of Arizona. As Eric Burns leads it off. First pitch popped up. Henry Blanco puts that one away. Eric Burns is 0 for 2. His last couple of weeks have been a little bit better to Eric, but not tonight. He's 14 games hitting over 300. But tonight, Jake Peavy has handcuffed just about everyone. Ryan Roberts picked on a hanging breaking ball from Peavy back in the third inning. Hit it hard, but Chris Burke took a base hit away. Fouled that one off. Don't forget, history's biggest hit is back. Don't miss a sneak peek of Ice Road Truckers in the middle of the 7th inning tonight.
I've seen it. Like it.
Do you?
Big league.
Now, if you sign off on it, it must be big league. The 0-1.
Oh boy, he went right down the middle with a fastball, and Ryan Roberts had a good rip at it. But he's down 0-2. I mean, this is center cut. Bat angle just a little low, but he got the pitch he wanted. Big grunt from Jake Peavy. Missed down low. Maximum effort.
1-2 the count.
And he'll rest for 4 days and be maximum effort again. Well, that's a good pitch to the outside corner, wasn't it?
Something about the way he charges towards the plate, his mechanics, that it feels a lot more than 92. 92 is hard enough, folks. Takes every ounce of his being to get it to that velocity. Maybe that's why it feels that way. That one is popped up. Adrian Gonzalez, his mates tell him he has room, and he does. And he makes the play for the out. Don't forget, every Sunday here is a Kid Sunday at Chase. This Sunday, the first 5,000 kids to the game receive an 09 set of D-backs trading cards. Plus, kids can stick around after the game and run the bases. 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com/Sunday. Billy Buckner. 0-1 the count.
He took a mighty rip at a fastball and was, well, extremely tardy. All right, got a slider for his efforts and took it.
1-1 the count. Peavy in May, an ERA of 1.50. In April, 5.74. He has been a different pitcher this month. Well, he's been Jake Peavy this month.
Yeah, he pitched in the World Baseball Classic for Team USA and struggled. And he's found his stuff here of late. Goodness gracious. Stop it. Jake Peavy, you stop it right now. I mean it.
the nation's fastest 3G network, AT&T, your world delivered. Just a little slice of success. That's all the Diamondbacks want tonight.
Billy Buckner's really settled down after giving up a 2-run homer.
That was my next point to have you comment on.
I apologize for that. I beat you to the punch, but oh, what a great shot. Did you see the man?
I did. That was Matt Williams up there on the moon. You're right. One big mistake, and it was attacking. And going right after, over the plate, Adrian Gonzalez. That's it. That is a fair ball. He picked on a breaking ball to Giles. Rolling into the corner it goes. Was it touched? Was it not touched? Died out there. I guess it was not touched by a fan. Just died up against that short wall. Upton went to play it as it would roll to the corner.
Well, I think I think it hit the chair of the Gold Glover. I think it hit his stool. As it gets by, let's take a look. I think it hit. Yeah, I think that's got to be a ground rule double there. I think it hit our Gold Glover over there. I'm not sure he got out of the way. A.J. Hint's going to lose the argument.
That's Ed Manning out there doing his best to get out of the way, but I would agree with you with regard to.
I haven't gone over our ground rules about Gold Glovers.
I guess they're in play.
I guess they're in play. Well, that's a big, big break right there for the Padres. Trying to pad their lead.
With this man hitting in David Eckstein.
Tough to tell just what it hit out there.
David Eckstein, infield drawn in, cashes in. It's 3-0.
Two very hard hit balls here to start the inning. The 6th inning. Usually the Padres wait till about the 8th inning to get going. A couple of runs in the first, and now a big, big insurance run here. You fall behind Jake Peavy much more than that as he misses his spot. Nice piece of hitting there by David Eckstein.
David with 2 hits and a run scored and an RBI.
I think if you're Billy Buckner and Diamondbacks, you say thank you to Scott Harrison when he decides he wants to bunt.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Here's a guy who's got an on base of over 380, a slugging of about 550, has 5 homers, 20 RBIs. Help yourself, drop down another bunt if you'd like to. I'm Scott Harrison. I want to drive that run in. And I think that he does. Something tells me he does.
Well, I think that was the last bunt attempt, yes.
Clay Zavato warms in the bullpen. Left-hander. One and one. Rocket shot, not looking to bunt at all, as that one is lined into the seats. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Scott Hairston. Mark Grace, we have a new sponsored segment that's coming up here within the next week or so.
What's that?
Well, I'm not going to tell you who the sponsor is. One lucky company has come on board as that one is rolled foul. But coming up soon, sponsor, the out-of-town scoreboard.
No kidding.
Just thought you'd want to know that.
Oh, there it is.
Well, we won't do it like that, though. We're going to
Really?
Pick a big league game, maybe just a single game.
We'll let
Aaron
Sutton going to go to the out-of-town scoreboard
every night.
Every night. Wow, who talked you into that?
Well, the people that write the checks.
Well, I
that
guess
one
so.
sails inside.
You know what? And that just goes to show everybody that Darren Sutton does have a price.
Out-of-town scoreboard coming up here very soon.
Darren Sutton has a price. Wow.
That boss didn't sell it. Dying out there, and so this inning, not only a triple, but back-to-back singles to follow, and all of that in front of Adrian Gonzalez.
Yikes. And that's going to be it for Billy Buckner. Hit the wall here in the 6th inning. He's already made the move. It's going to be Clay Zavada.
Pool cam. Hope you're having a great evening and maybe taking a swim at your home. What a great way to enjoy the baseball game. Our partners with Ride Now Power Sports. Adrian Gonzalez this year hitting .267 against left-handed pitching, .290 against right-handed pitching. And he faces a man with very little service time, but who has already captured the imagination of these Diamondback fans with his story of determination, perseverance, and putting his family first. Clay Zavada, the pride of Streator, Illinois. Minor league career, he has just about been untouched. In the big leagues, this is what he has accomplished in 3 games. Clay Zavada.
To plate for San Diego, first baseman Adrian Gonzalez.
Well, he's going to inherit a mess. One already in, a couple of runners on base, and one of the best hitters in the game, Adrian Gonzalez. So now it's up to Zavada to face this big old beast. He set the tone earlier with a long 2-run opposite field home run. Clay Zavada going to earn his keep here now.
Drops down, side wheels it, 0-1 the count. Clay has inherited 4 base runners. 3 of them have scored. And that big blow on the big comeback against the southpaw. It was a bases clearing double off the bat of Drew Macias. Sweeping bender, misses outside. 1-1 the count. Back in 2006, the Diamondbacks picked him in the 30th round.
Man, that's way past my round. I was 24th. Know how you feel there, Clay. Oh, he went right after the big fella with a fastball and beat him with it. Good pitch. He's thrown in all 3 of his pitches, Darren. He went with a changeup first pitch, Remember the breaking ball second pitch, and then the fastball. Jumped ahead 1-2.
Trying to keep it right here at 3-0. Another change up there, 2-2 the count. Every bit left-handed.
Off the field as well.
The 2-2. In on his hands, but it's up strong enough to muscle it to right field. So unable to get the lefty out, and an RBI. Another inherited runner scores against play, and it's 4-0. The Padres lead the Diamondbacks.
Well, we said in the first inning, he's just not a guy you can mess with. Look at this pitch. This is a good, well, it's not a pitch you want to hit at all, but that's just how good this kid is. Pulls the hands in beautifully. Yanks it down the line. What a super hitter.
3 RBIs, 34 RBIs on the year. Pretty good trade for the Padres, by the way, with the Texas Rangers a couple of years back that netted them Adrian Gonzalez.
And Chris Young.
Oates got pitched pretty well in a couple of seasons. He's out of the game. Well, Adam Eaton struggled mightily. You know what Chris Young has done, though he's battled injuries on and off, is had huge victories over the last few years for San Diego.
Well, we got some dope out on the field, so we'll have a delay in the action. Nice job by Chase Field security, wrapping him up quickly and getting him off to a nice place to sleep it off.
So the delay for Zavada, and by the way, we'll never give that person any sort of airtime.
Or should we?
Just in case you're curious. He goes back to work. Change up. And out front, 2-1 the count. Yeah, I'm not wanting to challenge him.
Tell you what, they opened up a pretty good can on him. That was big league.
Nice job. Nice job, gentlemen. Catching his breath now. High fly, left field. Eric Burns going back. He's got room. And another run crosses the plate. Sac fly and an RBI. Kuzminoff with 19 RBIs.
Fielder Chase Hedlund.
Both runners inherited have scored off of Clay Zavada.
Well, unfortunately, those will be charged to Billy Buckner, and he pitched a lot better than what his final line score is going to be, which is going to be 5 1/3. I'm sorry, 5 innings, 5 runs. He pitched a lot better than that.
I would want the count, Chase Hedlund. Tried to frame it up on the inside. 3 big runs here in the 6th inning. Meantime, the Diamondbacks have 2 hits against Jake Peavy. 2!
Both of them from Justin Upton.
Many have been in that club when battling Peavy. Upton's an infield swinging bunt and a ground ball over the head of the ace of the staff of the Padres. Hanging around. We'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch is high. Tomorrow night's game we'll have for you Derek Lowe against Dan Herron.
Well, that promises to be well, on paper, a very low scoring game. 2 of the better right-handers in the game.
Zavada tries to glove it. Recovers and in time for the out. Lowe this year 6-2 with a 3.45 ERA. Danny Herron about a run better, but it's just 3-4. We'll have it for you on Fox Sports Arizona. And then if the action on the diamond wasn't exciting enough, we'll go behind the scenes as well. Pretty good game on the diamond, though.
Great game on the diamond.
As that one is high. 1-0 the count. Had a great conversation with Derek Lowe, and because of a rain out, unable to hear it, so we'll hear parts of it throughout the game tomorrow.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. It's either that or take a look at the switcher in the truck.
Can't have that.
2-0 the count. Now we tease. Those ladies and gentlemen work very, very hard, and to get behind the scenes and thank them for all the work they do. It's very difficult to put up with, especially guys like Gracie and I, more than anything. 3-1 the count. Correct. Tough to deal with Gracie, isn't it? Very tough. Boy, a lot of support for you there, Gracie. Listen to the cowbells from the crew. 3-2 the count. 2 outs. There we go.
There we go.
Miller Lite, what's brewing? There's Mitch, the world famous Mitch Riggin.
A lot of smart people down there.
Over the top, Zavada stays clean with his earned run average. Unfortunately, a couple of runs score. Adrian Gonzalez dominating stuff. They attacked him. It was 2-0. And then down the line and went. David Eckstein plating after a triple. The 3rd run. Then the floodgates start to open up a little bit. Zavada comes on, a couple of more runs across the plate. And now, with the way Jake Peavy has been throwing, the mountain is very, very tall, Mark Grace.
Yeah, you just have to try to peck away at him. If you try to get all 5 in one inning, that's not going to happen against Jake Peavy. You got to try to get a couple here, maybe one the next inning, and a couple in the 8th. Just got to battle him.
That one is belted into right center field. All the way to the wall it goes. Parra races on around. He'll drop anchor there. And a double for Gerardo Parra. All right, there's a start. Got a long, long ways to go, but you have to start somewhere.
Change up, and Parra just nailed it over the head of Scott Hairston. So a good start here to the bottom of the 6th inning. Like we said, if you just get a couple here, you're right back in this thing. Sure, you'd love to get a bunch, but number 44 doesn't give up too many big innings, Darren.
First time through the order, opponents hit 160 against Peavy. Second time, 203. 240 the third time. I guess you have to take solace in that. It's not as if 240 is 317.
No.
But your chances increase a little bit. Base hit center field. Chip Hale puts up the stop sign. And Peavy himself gets in the middle of the play and cuts it off. All right, back-to-back hits. A double for Parra. A single for Montero. And Justin Upton now.
A nice piece of hitting, a fastball out over. That's where Miguel likes that pitch. He just rifles it back into center field. Hit it too hard. But that's the way you want the top of your order to start things. Get on now. The guys at A.J. Hinch hopes can be Damage Incorporated. Guys like Upton, Drew, Reynolds. Now let's see if they can deliver.
Breaking ball away. A lot of respect shown the last couple of at-bats. He worked the count full to Justin Upton last time up, threw him a sidearm slider. Justin couldn't do anything with it, topped it, hugging the third base line. It was a swinging bunt hit. Underneath, pushed that one uphill. 2-0 the count.
And that's what you're wanting if you're Justin Upton. Jake Peavy fall behind. Most likely make him a fastball pitcher here. Now if you get something, now you can swing it with bad intentions.
Hitters count. Off speed, popped right back behind us. Good try there, Gracie. As that one bounces down below. 2-1 the count. Mel Stottlemyre Jr. Coaching and teaching goes on all the time. Outside. 3-1 the count.
Now once again, Justin Upton can look for one pitch in one spot at one speed. If he gets what he wants, he's certainly going to make this game a little closer. Oh, we got a slider and a beauty from Peavy. Goodness gracious, what a time for that one. Justin pulled off that one a little bit, trying to pull the ball.
What a pitch, too. You catch an aggressive young hitter trying to drive it out, and you back off. Does he throw another breaking ball? 3-2. Here it comes. He did, and he left it up.
Might have been ball 4, but it was awfully close. Yeah, he got underneath that one. That one kind of flattened out on Jake.
Upton with 2 hits, now hitting .333 on the season. Used to be where we talk about Justin hitting well since a certain date. His season's fabulous now with what he's done. 3-2. Went down sidearm, that time with a fastball sidearm.
That was a super pitch right there from Jake Peavy. Sidearm to the outside corner. Cross-fired it all the way across to the outside corner. And Justin just able to fight it off. That would have been a strike. That was a great pitch from Peavy. And that's part of hitting, Darren. If you can spoil the great pitches, you give yourself a much better chance on the next one.
Upton calls time, steps out of the box. Don't leave this division, Jake Peavy, because this matchup, these two, is fun to watch. 3-2. Shot. Justin Upton won that battle. It's a 3-hit night. It rolls all the way to the wall. Upton flying on around. Montero out front. Justin Upton, a stand-up triple. What an at-bat for Justin Upton.
What an incredibly talented young man he is. Let's just watch the whole thing, folks. 2-0. And a foul ball. 3-1. Beautiful slider. He's throwing him everything. That's the one right there. He fought that one off and got him something he can handle, and he just ripped it into the left center gap for a triple. And back in the ball game with the Diamondbacks.
And again, for the all-star candidate, we have to talk about the fact, Mark Grace, ball hit over shortstop's head, not too far over shortstop's head, that goes into another gear when it hits that grass.
Yeah.
It goes right to the wall.
And it just split the outfielders because it was hit so doggone hard.
Still more work to do, though. Can't let up now. And how quickly did he get around the bases?
He's just, there's no weaknesses in this kid's game. He can do it all. And he's 21.
Stephen Drew drives it into right center field. It's down. Upton can walk home. The Diamondbacks have officially made a ball game of it. It's 5-3.
Going on in the Padre bullpen. A breaking ball at Stephen Drew. I mean, you'd love to see this. Not driving him in with a sacrifice flyer and RBI ground out. Yeah, that would have been great. These guys are being driven in from third base with triples and singles and keeping the line moving.
Another sidearm fastball. Well, that has become the mantra that they have been asked to embrace. Not only in the minor leagues, but now in the big leagues, at one at a time.
Oh, boy, he dropped down, threw it right down the middle, and that one kind of froze Mark Reynolds.
That's twice in a row he's come down there to Mark. He's remembering, obviously, the last time he threw a pitch in the last at-bat to Reynolds, it ran in and just shattered his bat. That one kicks away. Blanco quickly recovers. He better hurry. Goodness sakes. Good play by Henry Blanco.
That's a tough break for Stephen Drew. The ball was bounced and it got away. But it just didn't get away far enough. It just came right to Henry Blanco as the swing and the miss on the ball and dirt just came right to him. And he just threw a perfect strike. And the ball's waiting on Stephen Drew. Well, that's a tough break, as you said. I don't mind the aggressiveness there of Stephen Drew. He saw the ball bounce away. He just didn't realize it was just right in front of Henry Blanco.
And Peavy gains a little bit of momentum back to back. A pop-up that Blanco turns into an out after it gets out of his glove, and then a fireball strikeout.
Third baseman Chad Tracy.
And just like that, it's a little quieter around here.
Just threw a fastball down the middle right by Mark Reynolds.
Hot shot, but right to the Gold Glove caliber first baseman. Well, the Diamondbacks creep back into the ball game. Justin Upton driving it again, hitting about .340 this year. Racing around the base path. To announce a ball game with Gracie and I, now you can simply grab a parent and log on to kidcaster.com for all the information. We look forward to meeting 14-year-old Vanessa Tracy from Phoenix this week. She'll be Sunday's Kidcaster, brought to you by our good friends at Sanderson Ford and Lincoln Mercury.
And now pitching batting sixth, number 47, Leo Rosales. Leading off for
Leo Rosales.
Yeah, good to see Leo. Where you been, Leo?
Roberts is over at third.
Somebody told me Leo Rosales was on this team. I didn't believe it.
Mark Reynolds is over at first. Augie Ojeda is at second. Leo Rosales goes to work. Been looking forward to going to work. Our Verizon wireless call to the bullpen. Bouncing ball, and Stephen Drew, the only player allowed to stay in his original position, makes the play and fires in time for the out.
pitcher Jake Peavy.
Max Scherzer fabulous last night. Clay Zabata still grinding a bit on unable to stop the cavalcade of runs coming across. And well, you look back at just being able to keep it maybe a little bit closer, and now with what has occurred in this ball game. As the play is made, Peavy is erased.
Peavy got jammed by a Leo Rosales fastball. Two very quick outs.
And here's Giles.
That's the quote-unquote out pitch from Rosales. The changeup. Got a decent fastball, but a very good changeup.
Into right field, Justin Upton runs it down. Leo Rosales, fabulous.
Good to see you, Leo. Where you been, son?
You're back. A 5-pitch inning, don't forget. History's biggest hit is back. Here's a sneak peek of Ice Road Truckers.
The D-backs remind you there's a Sandlot kid in all of us, so get up and get active for the singing of Take Me Out.
On the Diamondbacks, the D-backs have been known to rally tonight on Digging In. You're talking about Justin Upton. He has been lights out lately.
Let's hope that Justin Upton gets another shot with a couple runners on, but he has been a tough out tonight. He's been swinging the bat so well for quite a while now, and hey, the Diamondbacks are right in this one.
Yeah, nice effort from Jake Peavy. Our text poll tonight, he had that opportunity to be traded to the White Sox. He shot it down. You can text us to say, yes, that was a good idea, or no, he should have headed to the Windy City. Guys, we'll send it back to you. We're here after the game with Quest D-backs Live. We'll see you then.
Thank you, guys. Look forward to talking baseball with you. So 71% of you fans agree with Jake Peavy's decision. Eric Burns out front of a breaking ball. Lazy fly ball to left, and the play is made. So Eric
Burns has seen 3 pitches tonight in 3 at-bats. I'm sorry to step on you there.
No,
man.
no.
I just thought that was interesting.
Third baseman Ryan Roberts.
And that's what you think about Jake Peavy's decision. Continue to text A or B.
What do you think, Darren?
74499. What do I think of his decision? There's his boss, our former boss, Jeff Morad. Unbelievable what Ryan Roberts has done. You keep him quiet for a couple of at-bats, but then that's it, a single. So now the tying run strides to the plate. Let's see if he can string together a couple of hits and get things going. It's Augie Ojeda. A series of comebacks, maybe. You just hope that this time it's the Diamondbacks that can bite the opposing team in the backside.
Well, 3 runs in the 6th. Now Roberts, a 1-out base hit to set up Augie Ojeda. Here we go again, Darren Sutton.
Here we go is right. Roberts hustles on a round, so now with 1 out, Augie Ojeda, who is part of that double switch in the 9 slot, rockets the ball.
Yeah, Leo Rosales. He's a fresh arm. He's loving life. This is just a bolt past a sprawling Adrian Gonzalez. And that ball was by him before he could even move. Roberts just thinking 3 all the way. And Buddy Black, I think, has brought the hook with him here for his ace, Jake Peavy. You can see Jake's wearing everybody out on the mound up there.
Well said, Gracie.
Whoever wants to listen. I can't get enough of watching that man pitch right there, though.
Well, they finally
He
got
needs some
to him.
help. He's going to need some help.
That's exactly right. Now, anybody but Jake Peavy. We'll see how that turns out. Our key to the game.
Making a little noise, cooking up a brew here in the bottom of the 7th. Sunday, NASCAR on Fox heads to Dover, Delaware, where my guy, Kyle Busch, will try to defend his title against a full field of the world's best drivers. Coverage of Sprint Cup racing presented by McDonald's from Dover begins Sunday at 10:30 a.m. in high definition on Fox.
That gets a stamp of approval. Nice read. Now we take a look at Jake Peavy. Look at that.
He is none too pleased with something.
Anybody but Jake Peavy. Now they managed to start to solve him in the end, but the key to the game, I would imagine, still holds true.
Jake was fired up about something down there. I love it. Now here we go. Gerardo Parra with a big opportunity.
First pitch, breaking ball, popped it up to right. Should drive in a run. Let's watch, though. Giles uncorks it right to the cutoff man. It's 5-4.
So they get a run closer. That run charged to Jake Peavy.
Catcher Miguel Montero.
Well, he just misses this ball. He just got under a breaking ball from Gregerson. And that's just plenty deep. Ryan Roberts scores easily without even a play. And Miguel Montero, an opportunity now to be something heroic.
Gregerson fires that one low, and the work that he has done of late has been plentiful. It's been very good for Gregerson. He is rolling with a 9 1/3 innings scoreless streak. There you see the numbers of Verizon Wireless call to the bullpen. But he's also been working a lot. He has worked in 5 of the last 8 days.
Let's see if he can get something out over for Miguel to hammer. That's where teams try to go on Miguel. Try to tie him up. He likes the ball out over, and he likes to go to left center, which is interesting because he has got a huge gap in left center field, Darren. Look at all that space out there in left center for him to hit through. So that pretty much tells you, Darren, they're going to pitch him fastballs in and off speed to try to get him to pull it.
High drive, deep right field toward the gap, but it dies. Just shy of the warning track. Got it in on his hands.
That's why you have scouting reports.
America's Sub Shop. We'll do our best to get you a win, young man, but until then, a very happy 5th birthday. We are honored to have you as a guest at our ballpark here, which is now yours tonight. David Eckstein to lead it off, then Scott Hairston and Adrian Gonzalez. A strike from Rosales. 6 pitches now. A 5-pitch inning for Leo,
which earned him the right to go out for the top of the 8th inning. Diamondbacks have come roaring back, kind of like the Padres have done a couple of nights in a row. Now if Rosales can keep him in check. The hill is just a little less steep. Is that right, Darren?
Well, it certainly was steep, as you said. When those Padres added 3 more in the 6th inning, it was 5-0 at the time. Rushed that one in there. 3-1 the count to David Eckstein. Rosales last work in Florida, worked both games in that doubleheader. And we're talking about 7 days ago now.
A walk. Hate to see that. You hate to see that. You get within a run, and with these big ornery rascals like Harrison and Gonzalez coming up, you got to make guys like Eckstein earn his way on.
A.J. Hinch spoke with Leo Rosales before the game, saying, I know you haven't pitched in 7 days. You'll be pitching tonight at some point. You haven't lost any foothold on a spot. You've just been kind of an in-between guy. When I need a lefty, I've gotten the lefty. I've used the guys in front of you. Be ready tonight. Well, and here he was, the first guy out of the bullpen. Got by Rosales. No, it didn't. And it gets by now Reynolds. Now that's going to cost the Diamondbacks a huge run. Oh, my. All the way to third as it's kicked around a little bit more. Six to 4.
Boy, that was Ugly in about every possible way. The bunt is just okay, and Leo rushes, and he falls, and then that's a play right there where Mark Reynolds will learn as he plays first base. Just come off the bag and block it. Don't risk letting it get by you and just starting a merry-go-round. Hairston was going to beat it out anyway, so just come on off the bag. Keep it in front of you, and it's first and second. Instead, once it gets by you, well, things just go haywire. So a big answer back here. A walk and an error leads to what could be a big dagger.
Don't forget, browse for the largest selection of authentic team gear, hats, t-shirts, jerseys, and collectibles. Get team gear straight from the source. Visit dbacks.com/shop. Breaking ball is high to Kuzminoff. 1-0 the count. The man standing on third rolled the ball about 70 feet away from home plate. And he's standing on third.
And he almost got clobbered by a foul ball there off the bat of Kevin Kuzminoff. That one just missed Scott Hairston.
By the way, give Hairston a single.
Oh, yeah.
And then an error on the pitcher and an error on the right fielder, Justin Upton.
Yeah, Justin kicked it all the way back to the Padre dugout.
1-1. 2-1 the count to Kevin Kuzminoff. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Padres, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors for the Diamondbacks. Infield in. A bolt hugging the line, and that is a foul ball.
Kuzminoff having a tough time getting any breaks down the lines. Last night he almost tied the ball game up with 2 outs in the 9th inning. and just missed the right field line. That was the one last night that would have tied it up. And then he just missed by about a foot there down the left field line. Oh, my goodness. Rosales kind of all over the place here in the top of the 8th. After having a rock-solid 7th.
That's the key, in stark contrast to the way he pitched in the 7th. Three and 2 the count, nobody out. Runners on first and third. And Leo trying to get comfortable, can't do so. With that runner on third, he misses into the dirt again.
And this inning's starting to get yucky.
Though just one run right now hanging on that resume of the bullpen. The bullpen, even with the efforts of Zavada with inherited runners to score, not living up to the billing they want to live up to tonight if you would ask them to a man. Starting to have a bit of a separation over the last 5 games for this Diamondbacks pitching staff. We talked about it entering tonight in the last 5 games. Arizona 3.38 the bullpen, a much higher ERA. Whether you're way ahead or you're trying to keep it at a manageable deficit, either way, that bullpen, as we all know, those of us who follow the game and cover the game, bullpen's key to most games. There's no doubt about it.
No question. Bullpen, when you go to the bullpen, if you're behind, if they can keep you in the ball game, they've done their job. They throw up some zeros, give you a chance to get back in the game. Or if you go to the bullpen with the lead, their job is to hold the lead. It's been a struggle, especially in these 3 games against the Padres. Boy, it has been bleh.
One and 0 the count to Chase Headley. Bases loaded, nobody out. This inning started with the Diamondbacks well into the ball game and trailing just 5-4. Chappelle trying to set his defense.
They're putting Stephen Drew on the right side of the infield. That was a 2-0 changeup in the dirt. All right, Darren, I give up. I don't know what's going on out here. 3 infielders on the right side of the infield and a bunch of change-ups. And ball 4. It doesn't matter where they're playing. Four walks and an error by Leo Rosales, and I would imagine his night's going to come to a screeching halt here pretty soon.
11, Drew Macias.
Justin Upton doing everything he can tonight for his team, everything he can to get his team back into the ball game. You saw a shot of him a moment ago. Did have a miscue in this inning as he came in to back up a defender on a wild throw, just couldn't stick a fork in it. That's not the story of this inning, though. 7-4. 1-0 to Drew Macias.
Well, isn't it interesting how in the 7th inning, Leo Rosales was as good as you could get, as clean as you could get, and all of a sudden, I mean, he can't even sniff the strike zone this inning.
Part of a double switch. Chris Snyder will come on and he will catch. The pitcher's spot, I would imagine, will be in the 2 spot now. Snyder will bat sixth. Esmerling Vasquez. 7-4 the score. Gibson keeping track of it all.
And in the sixth inning, Gerardo Parra came home.
Two runs across, bases loaded. Darren, the Padres have one hit in this inning. 4 walks and 2 errors. And it's just been pretty yucky. 3-0.
Wow, the 8th inning.
Oh my goodness. And it's threatening to go a lot higher. There's still nobody out. There's a strike. I love that. Atta girl, get behind him. It's a strike.
I love a good Bronx cheer. The 3-1 to Drew Macias. Fouled it off.
Another strike, she says.
Nowhere to put him. The 3-2 pitch. Popped up. Roberts races. Careful, careful. Banging hard into the rail and going down.
Well, let's hope he's okay. You wouldn't expect much less from that kid.
Nope.
Somebody will tell them that's why they put warning tracks there. I mean, he's just heck with it.
That's awesome.
What are you doing? He's trying to catch it, man.
Making sure everything's still intact there. Gotta love that passion, though. 3-2.
Seems more like she was yelling at him.
Here we go. Got him over the outside corner. There we go.
Oh, she's fired up now.
Catcher Henry Blanco.
You see, in her mind, Vasquez just bailed out Ryan Roberts. Now can he bail out the rest of his bullpen? Try to keep it within striking distance. Nope. Base hit left field. Henry Blanco with his 6th RBI of the year. And another run scores. 3 runs in here in the inning. And now Tony Gwynn. Gwynn recently retired from or acquired, I should say, from the Milwaukee Brewers in exchange for Jody Garrett. It's 3 for 11, 5 runs scored. He can run. Change up, and it's strike 1. Into the seats it goes. No balls and 2 strikes. Wow.
What's going on?
She's booing the fans. Didn't catch the foul ball as well.
She's having a great time.
That's what we like. Pride of San Diego State. Just like Dad. Just like my broadcast partner. As that one is in, and if you ask him, just like all great Americans. Quality individual upon his acquisition. Obviously was thrilled because it was the team of his youth, but the opportunities will be a few more than he had in Milwaukee. Had not played at all for Milwaukee in the big leagues this year. He's hitting .309 in AAA. And that one bounces in there. Hang in there, ma'am. Hang in there.
Yeah, she just wants to see some strikes.
2-2 the count. By the way, speaking of San Diego State, good luck to them out in Irvine in their regional.
Oh, thank you, Darren.
Good luck to Arizona State in hosting a regional this weekend. Right here. It's our turf. The 2-2. Topper. Roberts comes home with it. And that's all they will get. So Gwynn reaches.
That's a really nice play by Ryan Roberts. In between hop. After banging into the fence. That kid's still playing hard. It's not an easy play. It's chopped. He's got to come get it. In between hop. Makes it cleanly, and a good throw to Snyder at the plate.
Four walks and a single in this inning. 2 errors on a single play. 3 runs have crossed the plate. That a step in the right direction, but probably too late. Let's hope not. Oh, and 1 the count. Bases remain loaded.
Change up there from Vasquez.
Threw him a fastball there. Took it right out of the catcher's mitt. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. Kyle's 1 for 3 tonight. 5 for 9 in this series. This is a guy still hitting just 191. Spoils a pitch away. Oh, 0-2 the count. The Atlanta Braves come to town. 4-game series starting tomorrow night. Atlanta right now up in San Francisco trailing the Giants and Randy Johnson 3-1 as Randy bids for $299. That one is up and away. 1-2 the count. 298 wins for Johnson, and right now pitching very effectively against Atlanta. 3-1 the score in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-2. Breaking ball misses away. Kenshin Kawakami is opposing him for Atlanta. Two and two the count. Young Vasquez.
Well, he really takes his time between pitches. Woo.
Pitch in. 3-2. The 3-2 pitch got him over the outside corner. There were reasons to cheer in the end of this inning and reasons to smile now. But when you come in leading 5-4 and you're charging, you don't give it away. Then there are reasons to be bummed out. Our Nova Home Loans in-game box score. You can see the contributors. Justin Upton has done everything that he can do in this ball game. Has his batting average well up above 330 now this evening. Todd Walsh down below dealing with the emotions, the ups and the downs of this ball game. Todd, what do you have for us?
I'm with our new best friend, and pardon the pickup line. Chris, do you come here often?
We come here about once a month.
We're all sort of wondering, and I hope you don't mind if we dive into your personal life. What do you or did you do for a living, Chris?
I used to work for the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office.
Doing what?
I worked in the jails with inmates.
Now you are happily retired, right?
I'm retired a year and a half.
But you're sort of like Jake Peavy. You got a little bit of something,
well,
right?
I like to take control, and I didn't see control happening, and I felt it needed to happen, and I thought, okay, I'll just put it out there.
Let it all hang out.
Well, I didn't know it was on TV. I just thought I was.
It was. Listen, do you have a cell phone on you? Is it? Do you might want. We haven't rehearsed this real quick before we get back to the game. I just want to see. Why don't you turn it on and tell me, just out of morbid curiosity, how many? Just wondering. A few. The game will re-air tomorrow. Why don't you tune in about the 6th inning, okay, Chris? And you'll love it because we love watching you.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll watch.
It's a pleasure to watch. No, you really, you are the spirit of the ballpark tonight.
More coming in.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there are. Guys, just like that. That's all that happens around here. Thanks, Chris. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. She's the real deal, guys.
We knew that.
Yeah. I'm going to get out of here before she throws me in the hoosh golf.
That's all right.
She's probably got some friends that can make your life miserable.
Sure does.
Hey, Todd.
7.
Todd?
Yeah.
Is she related to the Tinkle lady?
No, we're not going there. I retired from that.
That was before my time. Scary.
That's a good thing.
2-1 the count. And then a ground ball out. This is the ups and the downs.
That's a fan. And there's nothing wrong with doing that.
That's what it's all about.
God love it. She wants her Diamondbacks to win. Nope, no Tinkle lady. Not happening.
Edward Mujica. Over the top of that one. 0-1 the count. You didn't like her?
No, it's not that I didn't like her. I'm sure she's a fine lady.
Disturbing.
Yeah. What her thing now, it had nothing to do with what you think at home.
Oh, no, I don't think anybody thought that.
The Tinkle lady, it's not bathroom humor.
Like we say to our 3-year-old.
No, it's not bathroom humor. She used to do this thing with her fingers to try to jinx the opposing pitcher. And, kind of putting her fingers together, like almost kind of wiggling her fingers.
Putting the whammy on them a little bit.
The tinkle. Yeah, she would tinkle the opposing pitcher. And it was disturbing.
0-2 the count, 8-4 the score. Mujica back to the screen it goes. Kind of like Miguel Montero's walk-up hitting music from the other day. Oh, and 2 the count. Those kids are still having fun. As that one is low. But we've had tacos 2 days in a row, trying certainly to do it again and then creep back into this game anytime the D-backs score 6 runs or more. Taco Bell is giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 the following day at participating locations. The 1-2. Takes that one right out of the catcher's mitt, slices it the other way. Drew races on around as it creeps on down the line. And so Stephen Drew with a pair of hits, an RBI and a walk tonight. Don't forget about the Stephen Drew collectible bobblehead given out to the first 25,000 fans to the game this Saturday. Get tickets by calling 602-514-8400 or visiting us at dbacks.com.
They have got some good arms in this San Diego bullpen.
That one runs in and grabs the corner. 1-1 the count to Reynolds. Listening to all the messages, all the folks that were checking in. Popularity at an all-time high.
What a sweetheart. Well, he's just, the ball is on Mark Reynolds before he's expecting it. He's getting frozen by fastballs because I think the ball is just coming in a lot quicker than he's anticipating. Watch. It's like he's surprised by it. It's almost like he took the pitch late. He just took 3 pitches right there. Because, yeah, the ball was just on him faster than so that means Mujica's either hiding the ball well or just throwing a lot harder than he thinks.
Catcher, Chris Snyder.
Here's Chris Snyder. Snyder came on part of a double switch. And Chris of late doing, as we talked about, very good work. Had a nice road trip very quietly while Justin Upton and Mark Reynolds offensively stole the thunder. It was Snyder, when he was called upon, when he got his starting assignment, delivering as well. That pitch is away. There's the road trip, the RBIs, as Gracie talked about, the patience at the plate, the power. One and two, the count. A lot of room out there in left center field. That one is away, firing it over the outside. In Chris's last 19 games, he's hitting .310. He's got 5 homers. He's driven in 16. And an on-base plus slugging of more than 1,000. Slugging .621. That's the one thing, Gracie, that goes along with, and it's been since April 27th. Because he's had to hit some in that 8-hole. He's got 13 walks and 18 hits. On base, 438. Takes a long, deliberate walk and ready to go. The 2-2. Breaking ball down. Snyder goes on strikes, coming in and locking things up. Mujica after the Drew double. Things off to David Eckstein. A miscue on a bunt that was dropped down. Another walk. And they stack up. The 8th inning in this series, very, very lethal. A base hit off the bat of Henry Blanco. And a huge step in the right direction for San Diego. It was heading into that inning. A 5-4 lead. Arizona was just about where they wanted to be. Now it's 8-4, and the scuffling John Roush takes the baseball. Our Verizon Wireless call to the bullpen. John has given up runs in 3 of his last 4 appearances. And he faces David Eckstein to lead things off. One and one the count to Eckstein. Just off the inside corner to David, the pride of the University of Florida. And there's a little bit of, well, difference there.
Yeah.
Breaking ball waits back nicely, lines it into center field, and a base hit for David Eckstein. Now for Eckstein, all he has done is reach 4 times now tonight. He has 3 hits and a walk already with 3 runs scored.
Center fielder Scott Hairston.
Josh Burns' employee last year when he was acquired.
Just a breaking ball. It stays up in the zone. And Eckstein just rips it into center field for a base hit. Well, these Padres, once you get to the 8th inning and later, they just decide not to make outs. They've been very impressive.
0-1 the count to Scott Hairston. Roush has made 22 appearances this year. He has been scored upon in 12 of the 22 outings in which he has taken the baseball.
To the inside corner goes the fastball.
Oh-2. Bouncing ball, and it's a foul ball. San Diego off to Denver, Colorado. They'll take on the Colorado Rockies. Off day tomorrow for San Diego. But Black's club finally had the winning streak of 10 in a row snapped. And you can see getting back to that magic number of 500. And you are so far below means a lot. Breaking ball is away. 1-2 the count. Nice to have a 9-game homestand as the Padres did. And you bet they were smiling when they won every single game on their 9-game homestand.
Yep.
The 1-2. Got him there. You bet.
Right to the inside corner with the fastball. And that one just throws Scott Hairston.
Baseman Adrian Gonzalez.
Look at the glove of Chris Snyder. It just doesn't move right there. It's a good pitch. Now one more look at this big old beast, Adrian Gonzalez.
Fastball is high to Gonzalez. Chula Vista East Lake High School in the San Diego area is where he played his high school baseball. Part of his childhood in Tijuana, Mexico. As that one is in. and is totally and completely comfortable for a power hitter. Hitting it out the other way.
The other way. That's how strong this young man is.
Breaking ball is low, and a lot of respect shown as that one misses. 3-0 the count. His dad, David Gonzalez, was a first baseman on the Mexican national team. Tied to the family business, they talk still about the way his father played the game. Now they're talking about his son a lot. 3-1. Infield really playing him the pull, as you can see. Outfield the other way and deep. Over the outside on the corner. 3-2 the count.
Another quality pitch there to the outside corner by Roush after falling behind 3-0.
That one is fouled off, and it's a souvenir as it rattles around up above. A trade on December 20th, 2005. Adam Eaton, Akinori Otsuka, and Billy Killian, a catcher, to the Rangers. Gonzalez, Chris Young, and Termel Sledge came back the other way.
Well, you would have to say Texas got fleeced.
3-2. Ground ball, could be two. There's one. And a double play. The usual fly ball pitcher gets a big ground ball there, and he gets 2 outs out of it. Yeah.
And congratulations on your graduation.
Oh, you got a 3.8 GPA?
Well, looks like there's just someone else I'm dumber than.
I don't know if I've told you folks this since I came on board here. It seemed like only yesterday. But we need more signs at the ballpark.
Yeah, you haven't said that. I'm glad you told the fans that.
And they need to be Mark Gray signs. I mean, they really do. Signs relating to Mark Grace and or one of our new favorite gifts up here, cowbells. We were given a gift in the redhead section of a cowbell. Include that in your sign.
Yep. Part of the show now, from here on out. Oh, that's big league.
Greg Burke.
Saddle up, folks.
Post game, maybe? Can we use it in the post game?
It might have to be a celebratory cowbell.
So that was just an example.
Just letting the folks know we got one.
A lot to celebrate right now. 1-1 the count to Eric Burns. And it was a gift. We didn't purchase it. We didn't bring it. People wanted to give it to us. And Gracie thought it would be best used. I support him 100% on the air. One and two the count. One and two the count. Trying to get some base runners on. Get that cowbell working. And that one is outside.
Nice, nice.
We had the blessing and really the guidance, I think, when you were thinking about maybe using it occasionally, of a man that sits next to us. Leo Gilmartin thought it would be a great idea.
There's Leo. He loves the cowbell.
The senior producer in charge of Diamondbacks Radio.
Look to be watching something else.
Sliding, making the play out there is Giles. Burns with another out in the air, though that one well struck. 0 for 4 tonight.
Third baseman Ryan Roberts.
Nice catch out there by Brian Giles. He's found his game since he's come to Phoenix. Boy, he was really scuffling. There it is, folks. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Yep. Settle in, folks. We're going cowbell on you for the rest of the year.
1-1 the count to Roberts. That was so professional, too, how you turned and addressed the audience, looked him right in the eye.
It's one of the best gifts we've gotten.
1-1 the count. One and two, Burke over the outside. Don't forget to join us on the post-game show. Diamondbacks Live brought to you by Quest. We'll talk about the scuffles again of the Diamondbacks bullpen. A.J. Hinch will address the media as well. And digging in, Digger Phelps with the segment. The 1-2. That one is outside. 2-2 the count to Roberts. Now, are we going to travel this cowbell? Will it go on the road with us?
Well, I think it should. No, you know what? Visiting cowbell might be over the top.
You sure? The 2-2.
We might have to ask the folks at home. You think Mr. Scully will appreciate that in L.A. when we go over there?
Well, that may be the one place where, out of respect, because we're right next to the Dodgers booth.
And then, you know, in San Diego, you got Mr. Coleman.
Well, he's 3 booths down there.
Okay.
What do you think, Todd?
Todd Walsh, are you with us?
Guys, I know who will love the cowbell on the road. We don't go there, but the Red Sox guys going to love it.
Remember that, Darren? Oh, do they hate us?
Fly ball well struck right field. Giles easing back to the track, and he makes the play. We were dubbed in Boston the loudest booth in baseball, weren't we?
Yes, we were, and we carry that moniker proudly.
It was on a redhead shirt last year.
Yep.
The loudest fans in baseball for the loudest booth in baseball. Here's Augie Ojeda, 8-4 the score. What happened to this game, Mark Grace? Not long ago, it was 5-4 and the team was charged.
The Diamondbacks fell behind 5-0, and then, boy, made a beautiful rally in the 6th, and then got another run closer in the 7th to make it 5-4. And then the Diamondback bullpen really struggled in the 8th inning to throw strikes. The San Diego Padres scored 3 runs on just 2 hits, left the bases loaded. It could have been a lot worse. but it got gift wrapped with 5 walks, 2 errors. But the good news is we got a cowbell.
0-2 the count. Tom Gordon trying to work his way back. Mound sessions coming soon. Arm feels fine. He's able to throw off flat ground, but that leg not healed yet. Oh, and 2. Augie slices it the other way. Make sure this game's not over yet. A double for Augie Ojeda. And 2 for 2 in the ball game. And good for him. He had scuffled a bit over the last week and a half.
Yeah, that was a beautiful piece of hitting right there from Augie. Takes a fastball up and just swats it over there to the left side for a double. And that gives Gerardo Parra opportunity to runners in scoring position.
The big, tall right-hander Burke was closing in AAA Portland this year. Had 7 saves and an ERA of 2.25.
Yet to give up a run in the major leagues.
Yeah, he has been perfect. This is his 7th major league outing and unscored upon as Parra takes low. There we go.
That's kind of like the Tinkle thing.
I like that.
You do?
Oh, you bet. He is channeling the energy. He's putting the whammy. Trying to get some positive vibes. There we go. Come on, young man. We'll take your assistance, your passion. There we go.
Throw that Moachichi on somebody.
High fly, well struck, center field. Hairston going back, still racing. Off the wall. Run will score easily. It bounces quite a ways away, so Parra comes all the way around to third with a triple. Attaboy, young man. That one's for you. It's 8-5. And what do you know? Another hit for Parra with a runner in scoring position. Unbelievable.
Putting it on him, putting it on him. Yeah, it worked. See, big brother, I told you. Little slider down the middle, and Parra just crunches it. Right off the center of the center field wall. And by the time they get it back in, that's a stand-up triple. Buddy Black going to get Burke. And I would imagine that means one thing and one thing only. I would imagine big old Heath Bell is going to be coming in this game.
Parra, by the way, as we send you off to break, Heath comes on 9 for 14 this year with runners in scoring position and 11 RBIs. So you see, you want to work in the television business. Oh, it's an ugly, ugly place, as will be evidenced behind the scenes tomorrow night. Now we'll have some fun. A lot of good work going on. Todd Walsh will help to guide us behind the scenes. And on the diamond, quite a matchup. Dan Herron, Derek Lowe, Miller Lite, what's brewing? As Heath Bell takes the baseball.
Big Heath Bell. And he has been, well, in a word, fabulous this year for the San Diego Padres. Hand him a lead, he hands you a W. And Chris Young is going to be called on to come in and face big Heath Bell.
Bell is tied for the Major League lead with 13 saves. He has allowed no hits in 11 of his 19 outings, and we're trying to get the magic going one more time. As that one is low, 1-0 the count.
Not a bad idea right there from Chris Young. His run doesn't mean anything. The guy on deck is what you need to have happen, and that's Justin Upton. He represents the tying run. So dropping a bunt there would get a run in and get Justin Upton to the plate, representing the tying run.
High drive, right field. Giles going back. He's got room. Chris Young going the other way, and that is the ball game. Young men, we appreciate your passion.
Good effort.
But the Diamondbacks come up empty. Heath with a big sigh of relief. And Young is erased. The Padres win the series. They were hoping it was going to get out. We all were.
He thought it was gone. That's a great shot.